Definitely technology is an example of being addicted to instant gratification. And to attempt to be gratified by making more accessible to you more and more instant gratification is like trying to put out a fire by pouring oil on it.
Right.
You have to change. Do you know what I mean? So you have to switch from the basis of my life is my ego desires in the moment, what I want, to something much broader. Maybe I can become gratified if I can become the person who I want to be. Well, who is that person that I want to be? Well, I want to be a person that is in harmony with myself. I want to be a person that's in harmony with my environment. And what is the result of becoming attuned and being more in harmony with yourself and your environment? A beautiful resonance, that we tend to call gratitude, a sense that I belong, and really an actual feeling that we have inside of ourselves of being in the same song with the world, so to speak. But that has to do with like getting out from these sort of narcissistic and isolated activities, whether that be drug addiction or technology addiction, to pulling out of that and being much broader. Really seeing, and there's a pain. There's a pain in that transition. We call it detox. One way or the other, right? If we wean ourselves off of some small, narrow focus that worked for a while but no longer is working to satiate our lives, and we're no longer growing from it, when we first pull off of that thing, there's a painful detox. In the case of drugs and alcohol, it's a physical detox. In the case of other behaviors, it's like a moral spiritual detox. What's it like for me to disconnect, step away, and then reconnect to the larger whole? There's a pain involved in that, but then there's a freedom and a relief involved in that, and suddenly I'm not in myself anymore on my phone. The funny thing to me is like when you walk into a Starbucks and you see, 30 people at their tables on their laptops, blah, 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 blah. I totally get what's going on. At the same time, you wonder, like, wow, if this is your daily routine, what's it like to kind of pull off of that? What would you see if you pulled off of that screen for a little bit and question, well, what am I doing? What's going on? At first it would be scary and frightening and painful, and then you go, wait a minute, there's a rich and diverse world in here. And I've been so locked into this activity, that I can't see it. One story that I had, or an experience that I had, it was super weird for me. I was not a happy person. And in fact, I didn't know what happiness was. I remember somebody asked me, are you happy? And I literally looked at them and I go, what the fuck does that mean? I just had no idea what that even meant because I had never experienced happiness. I had experienced fun, I had experienced excitement, I'd experienced hyper frustrated, angry, but never happiness. And my first moment of happiness was a deep moment of gratitude. And I was driving with my daughter, I think she was probably 5 at the time. I was in a Cadillac on Venice Boulevard going to Gloria's Mexican restaurant, shout out to Gloria's. And it was raining, it was 9 at night, I was going to meet some of my friends, and I decided I was gonna bring my daughter along, she was gonna come hang with the boys. And I remember I put my hand back on her head, and all of a sudden tears welled up in my eyes. I mean, nothing was going on. I was on Venice Boulevard driving to a Mexican restaurant, and all of a sudden, like, these tears start coming, and it went from like, why am I crying? Like, right into my heart, and my heart opened up, and I was like, what is that? And I have my hand back here, and I'm crying, and there's rain on the windows, and I went, I'm grateful. It was love, it was happiness, it was gratitude. And it wasn't words, I'm putting words to it now, but it was an overwhelming feeling of being filled up with love and care. And it was a really spiritual moment for me in that my ego mind goes, what the hell is going on here, And then it went, you're grateful. You're grateful. And I go, oh, what am I grateful for? This is all in my mind. And at first I'm like, wow, you're grateful for your daughter. You're grateful to be a dad, to be with her and connected to her. And then it was, but my daughter didn't birth herself. Oh, you're grateful for your wife, the mother of your child. And then I go, but wait, she didn't come out of nowhere, you know? And I went, oh, you're grateful for her parents, my parents. And it just kept going out and out, you know, in sort of concentric circles. And then I went, oh, I get it. I'm grateful for the orchestrator of this moment, you know, the orchestrator of all of this that allows for moments of love and gratitude. And that for me was a spiritual moment. It was a moment where I was connected to God, or whatever you would care to call that. And it was a real shift in my recovery from like seeking and competing and wanting to do that stuff to like, oh no, I need more of this, you know. So that became a different kind of drug for me, you know.